How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
We pawns are barred from entering the palace, but nothing shall keep me from escorting you to the gates.
I swear I've not blinked once. To turn in.
Here, if you please.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Whatever happens here, anyhow.
Follow me.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I like to come here when I need a minute to
Would that all my days were so
So
tranquil.
tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
If you must... go off on your own. There's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
What is your purpose here?
Got to keep moving.
Mayhap I'll come here when I'm a day to myself.
Oh, could use a rest. Suppose I best earn my keep.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Did you want something? You looking to enlist? I'll give you my post.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Let them talk.
Back to it.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Fancy a kip. But not at the expense of my duty.
Best take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
I've trained for this.
Naught good will come of this. Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted. Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Darn it. I'm nodding off where I stand.
polish up my gear for tomorrow.
There's no making a living as a soldier.
You have no right.
Wearing on
Always a fresh
Might learn a new dish. Keep things interesting.
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
heading home.
I don't know what to do. There's got to be something fun to do.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
Where's my head hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. Oh, well, that's all right. Thanks for hearing me out anyhow.
Right, just follow me.
Hunting for one day.
No one will disturb me here.
Having trouble keeping up? No matter. I shall wait for you, as long as it takes.
Really scary. Come rain or shine.
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. 'Twas just as daunting to battle Cyclopes there as here, and taking aim at their eyes no less thrilling.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go then.
Feeling rested?
Don't be modest. Let me show my thanks.
That's quiet, you. A blessing.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Surely you can do better than that.
I know every face today. I could. I'd never leave. I don't believe it.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
Perhaps a stroll in town. See what I can
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
I'd fain put down
Wearing
my
armor
steel
all day.
bucket of warm ale.
Do stop and have a look.
To be
I swear
something
to
fun
every
to
ill.
do.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us.
I'm afraid I cannot escort you beyond the castle entrance, Master. We will have to part ways till you emerge.
This isn't right.
I'll not stand idly by.
I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly.
This brute has quite the temper.
Correct, my opponent. They breathe me brain.
up, okay?
Could you come over here?
Do you want some?
'Tis not every day one happens upon a material.
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on the road, I ask that you leave them undisturbed. Clearing the high roads of such obstructions falls under the military's purview, you see. But our hands are oft overfull with culling and escort missions, so that we must trust to nature to run its course. The bodies will decay over time, and the winds will sweep away the remains. It only takes a matter of days.
Whoa! Not sure I can handle this.
Follow me, Arisen.
Always another errand to see to.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master sword.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I'll trade for this kit, but not at the expense of my duty.
Early for rest as yet. I suppose.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me. Not. I must go where duty calls me.
then, have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But what here? I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
I could see myself.
This is a place to forget one's troubles.
Presume to confound me, do you?
This is not my intent.
Well, out with it.
But not at the expense of my duty.
A welcome respite from all that hassle and bustle.
A long day
The
of
world could use more places like this.
wood. All my days were so tranquil.
Might as well hang about. I'm in no rush.
A fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
I only pray my watch
These whelps
finishes
have
without
talent,
incident.
but they lack discipline.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
feast your eyes on a sight most entrancing.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
I like to think I give people a reason to smile.
You'll not want to miss this next bit. I fear I've naught useful to share.
I'd sooner stay out than back.
Perhaps I need to hire on someone new.
My sword arm could use some work.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
My sword arm could use some work.
Mindless labor is the mindless man.
Dull
Here
days
I might
for us are a sign that all is
It is on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
I'd sooner stay out
sword
than
arm.
back.
I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
What must needs be done? Would that all my day. I trust aught's well, sir.
Hard to make anyone smile in these trying times.
Have you business in Batal? Then you, good sir, will require an entry permit. Don't go thinking you can slip through the border checkpoint without one. Too many scoundrels are trying that of late. Trade twixt our nations may be on the upswing, but passage of regular civilians is still closely monitored. So, should you seek entry in future, I bid you take the proper channels.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
I have all come here when I have a day to myself.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet at the moment.
The sooner my duties are concluded.
I've been here so long I almost forgot why I came.
Not sure why I'm patrolling.
The wise are as discerning with time as with coin.
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
Restore my equipment.
Such quietude is a blessing.
A mug of ale is good.
Whoever's my replacement thinks I can reach what he asks.
Give me a moment to think, will you?
Cold feet.
them rest. They wish they were in my boots. If they only knew.
Well, out with it.
I dare say you don't belong here. Too many undervalue the importance of rest.
Mayhap I'm for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Might have a little kit.
Still waiting on that report.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
I'm just grateful to lead a quiet life.
All honest coin is made while the sun is high.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my
My
feet.
feet always lead me here.
As quiet as a mill pond hereabouts. I really would have been better off a baker.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
This has gone from bad to worse.
Is it been early for a rest as yet?
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
What say we gather some information?
My sorcerer skills could improve our situation. Might I be of assistance?
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Dry off as soon as you can.
Expecting mercy.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to... The Cyclops' armor is hard as rock. Our weapon shan't pierce it, so we'll have to remove it or adjust our aim.
Lightning is its weakness, and our strength.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
No quarrel here.
must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
So it goes.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Our foe appears to have grown just as weary as we.
Recklessness has done them no favors. They ought to have conserved their strength.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
First and foremost, I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly. Tis weak to lightning strike.
Let's test that theory, shall we?
Look at it. The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike ought to send it gazing skyward.
I shall lead the charge!
It is about...
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. I shall pin the fiend in place.
I like that. These corpse will serve us well.
Strike true, lest the beast flee.
Someone saw fit to camp here, 'twould seem.
It would be a fine spot to... The rest, should we have need of one.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen. The sun's light has grown dim.
Ears pricked. It will be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
A tad too high, methinks. Goblins approach!
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? My badges are at your disposal. Treasure chest! I can hardly wait to open it.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different hordes. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Given me much to think about. With this, my magic are yours to wield.
One of us will be I'll put this to use.
We may not die in battle. It's a far cry from being invincible.
Ice is our ally against such fiends.
What say we set the enemy's teeth to chattering? But of course, Arisen, you may depend upon me.
Battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
A gift of fire! Mind you don't burn your fingers. Magics are at your disposal. Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
Not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
No quarrel here. Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
That is most fortuitous.
We must each of us own our skills. The jack of all trades is the master of none.
Down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
This spell will empower you with elemental magic. I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you'll like to stumble ere long.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Saurians!
I hope you weren't expecting thirsty.
Am I the only one getting knocked about? How do you like that? With this, my magics are yours to wield.
This creature is hard as stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here. I'll wait. I had an inkling you'd bring us here, Arisen. What is it about this? Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight. For all I've stuffed myself.
Indeed. Surely we've time for a short kip ere we continue on our merry way. Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
At last! The moment... I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Stumbled. Just one more push ought to bring it down.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. You'll not live to regret this.
A flesh wound. I can handle that. Hold on. Stay right there. I can't wait to find out what's inside. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Is that a cavern entrance I espy?
If we can afford a detour, it might be worth a look.
I do so enjoy the smell of the forest.
This maze of trees, ample advantage to rogues and bandits.
'Tis as you say. Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! Harling had the same spell as the only on our show without combined magics!
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Bear in mind that the brutes will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Tis a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to court danger. You're going to distract him with a woman in sight. If we're to strike, now is our best chance. Hurry!
One of us has been doused in slime.
This brute has quite the temper.
Reckless opponents make breezy prey.
Tis well in hand. Do not falter. We'll take every ounce of our strength. But we can prevail.
I understand. our foe most abhors. Knock its feet out from under it, and strike ere it recovers.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone, but together, I think we can manage it.
You had best rid yourself of that slime with all due haste.
The enemy's movements have grown sluggish.
Recklessness has done them no favours. They ought to have conserved their strength.
I shall lead the charge! Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Let's see. What can we do without?
Here we go again. One of us has been doused in slime. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget that I need them most. A gift of fire! Mind you don't burn your fingers. Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
rid yourself of that slime with all due haste.
An abandoned campsite, just waiting to be claimed.
Better to rest while we're here and lament our weariness later.
Spell will empower you with elemental magic. These writings could be of import.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest. Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
This calls for a curative. been doused in slime. Yes, Master. This bridge has seen better days.
Best not stop. We can talk once we've reached the far side.
I suppose 'tis so.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every...
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
You're going to regret
Bleeding
that.
rogue!
Let me get that.
Right, I need help. Just make it quick. This is it.
That's
Just
something.
make it quick.
No wits about me. You looking for a fight?
Tis a pleasure.
That's the Drake, if I ever saw one.
Your most priority is to douse those flames.
With this, my magics are yours to wield.
I only hope I do not disappoint. I'll put this to use.
Master, you're to quit the field ere the option taken from us. And our curatives run out without.
Let me think on that a while.
The paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Surely not.
Be vigilant. This foe can usurp the minds of mortals.
I shan't suffer such an offense. We are our master's myrmidons and no others.
We are to retreat then? Very well. I shall return. It seems we have enraged our foe. Its heart is most vulnerable.
That means getting within range of its maw. Be wary.
Furthermore, we could add a warrior to our ranks. What say you, Master?
They can send even the most troublesome of foes reeling. Naught save a shooting star could heighten the sky's majesty this night.
True enough. Not like a feast to get you ready for bed. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not. I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the arisen.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Oh, that's right. I was telling you about the Gigantus. Until you went off somewhere. Humph. Young people are so impatient. Now, listen well. The Gigantus is an earthen structure that hearkens to the voice of the sea, for 'tis a servant of the brine. Just as the Arisen commands the pawns, so too does the sea's peril compel the Gigantus. Supposedly, the brine have their colossal servant monitor the dragon to ensure that it commits no acts of excess. As for what the brine deem an act of excess, I could not tell you. Some would argue that 'tis the hand of excess what brings the cup of fine ale to our lips time and time again. But what of it? Those unbidden sips of ale are what keep the throat from growing parched. Without them, life would be a dull affair indeed. That brings me back to what I was saying about the... what was I talking about again? Ah, of course, the Gigantus. 'Tis formed of clay, and tall enough to graze its brow upon the very clouds. What's more, 'tis said its lofty gaze watches o'er the world even now. And should it be stirred to life by the voice of the sea, mayhap 'twould do aught to put that dragon in its place. You do not believe, but I assure you 'tis no less than the truth. I've beheld it all with my own eyes.
Ingredients are plentiful. The old man is strange in word and deed. Yet I can't quite bring myself to dismiss his tales for all that.
Curious, isn't it?
Mayhap his maundering will make more sense to us in time.
Have you need of me?
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
This world's gone to the dot.
Alone. Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
For bread and board, you'll find none better. Do stop by again.
Well met, sir.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place. Aught you need of me? Tis quiet about.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
What's become of my fur? I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. I dare say I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of, at least. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
Couldn't tell you how, but the seems checked.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.